Hi, Slumber Party listeners. It's your host, Tim Murray, wanting to remind you to make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you can stay up to date on all of these interviews. Also, make sure you subscribe to iHeartRadio Broadway Network. I do all sorts of bonus episodes there that aren't available on YouTube. And make sure you're subscribed to my Patreon because you can get extra interviews with these guests, extra interviews with Jessica Vosk, Ben Fankhauser, Andrew Keenan Bolger, and so many more people. Enjoy today's interview. Thanks for watching. Hello, my lovely, queefy little Slumber Party listeners. It's your host, Tim Murray, and you're listening to the podcast where I interview drag queens, comedians, and Broadway stars about their sleepover experiences growing up. And today, we have all three. We have all three in the house. I'm already going to just label, normally the title comes up organically, but I'm going to label this episode talent because honey, I don't know if you listeners have ever heard of Broadway, maybe Sister Act on Broadway, Cinderella on Broadway, or the show Special on Netflix, or maybe, I don't know, Catch Me If You Can on Broadway. Carrie Butler, anyone familiar? On a Clear Day, Hot in Cleveland. These stars have been in all of these shows, and of course Alex has been in the most famous video of all time, my video, Brave Little Allie's Billboard. Please welcome to the stage Alex Ellis and Marla Mindelle.
Hi. Squeaky squaw.
This is the first time I've had two people together and it feels great. It feels like we're at a real summer party.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
we took the note and we really went with it and decided to be here together.
Yes,
Because we are actually having a slumber party right now.
we are having a summer party. We just can't seem to get rid of each other no matter how hard we try.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. So did you actually sleep over at each other's house?
We are staying right now in a house in Jersey, and we are playing sleepover every night.
I feel like I'm
Right now.
watching an improv scene because you guys are so in sync. You're like saying, it's like Kath and Kip where you're saying the same things at the same time. You were like, it's like so magical.
We're staying with Connie Rassouli, who plays Jack in the skit that we're doing. So, and the director is here, and it is literally gay sleepaway camp. Like his mother is cooking for us all the time.
Laundry.
I'm sleeping in her bedroom.
Yeah,
like
she, Marla's fragile. We put her in the master, and we just keep her there. So,
Celine has to be in the master, of course. Well, this skit is Titanic the Musical, which we're so excited to watch on May 2nd, right? They're doing a live stream. People can buy tickets. We'll put all that information in the description. Okay, I know, Marla, you and Connie and Ty Blue wrote the show, right?
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit?
I've been part of it since the very, very beginning, like since its inception idea.
yeah, we've all been in the bubble for a long time.
Yeah.
What was the inception idea? Where did that happen and how?
Well, when we were in our late 20s, we were like, screw you, New York. Let's go to LA and get hair extensions and nails and be famous. And we found ourselves
In the exact opposite landscape.
in the gutter.
Yeah.
Just looking for,
How did I end up in Pasadena? What's going on?
basically ended up in Pasadena in a gutter. No, we found ourselves in Los Feliz at Rockwell Table and Stage, starting these parody musicals. And it's kind of where a lot of this, the exodus of New York people ended up in LA. And so we were doing Scream at the time, with the movie of Scream with the 90s music. And so that kind of got the wheels turning, and we were drinking really shitty Sauvignon Blanc one night after the show, and we were like, okay, what can we do?
And so Connie is like, okay, I have an idea. The next musical is Titanic, all Celine Dion songs. Alex, you'll be Rose. I'll be Jack. Marla, you'll be Celine. And in my head, I'm like, cool, tight. Never gonna happen. Because it's Los Angeles, everyone talks and no one does anything.
Right.
So I was like, this is great, but
How?
LOL, how
Yeah.
on earth? And then, probably around like 2 years later, it was after Trump got elected, pause for tears, that our director, Ty Blue, was like, you know what? We need to feel love. We need to feel joy. We need to do something. And he texted Connie and myself, and he was like, I keep thinking about this Titanic idea with all Celine Dion music. And Connie's like, I have it written out, I have the structure, all the songs work in particular narrative places. He was like, it's going to be amazing. And here I am being like, cool, 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 tight, tight, tight. Still, this is never going to happen.
Yeah, and I was like, if you don't put me in this, I will kill all of you. So we started to get together every Monday night at Connie's apartment and just like sit around a table and just start like hacking away at it.
And we realized that randomly, all of Celine Dion's song, I mean, she's obviously like the greatest singer in the world, like grew up on her music. Her songs are so theatrical. We realized that once we started writing the script and we were like, wait a second, I Drove All Night is when the ship goes into the iceberg. There are all these things that correlated so brilliantly together that we were like,
it's all coming back to me, like, you know, getting back on the ship. Like it all is like, wait, this kind of moves the whole plot the entire time. It made it just aligned very easily.
And so yeah, we were roped in, and then we just started writing it for fun, and literally like 3 years, 4 years later, we're now doing it with, you know, Broadway producers.
Yeah, we have some big producers behind us. It's in this great place of potentiality to really, really get some mileage. So, and it's weird too how it's just continues to keep working out. It continue like the doors just kind of continue to open, and we're not having to like bang on them too hard.
That's incredible. Also, Marla, that is so true what you said about like, yeah, we're all sitting around and going to make this happen, and then nobody ever does anything. So
go to lunch and you're like, I have an idea for a pilot, and it like just you never write it. So I was like, okay, here we go. And also they were like, you'll be Celine, and I was like, cool, 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 tight, tight, tight. No, I don't want to play her. She's too iconic. I was like very scared because it's Celine Dion. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to make sure that like if I do her, I do her right. So I was too scared in the beginning to even like really, really delve in and find the Celine Dion groove.
Wait, but even in the Instagram like videos I've been watching, Marla, the impression it's spot on. It's so good.
It's only
Has it always been that? And you were just like, I'm scared. Nah. Or were you like, or did you really have to work on it?
It's literally me being her stage mom, being like, you can do more. You can even go bigger. You can even like
she
trust
is my
it.
Stage mom.
I'm like, you got this. And it's just kind of evolved. But you know, it takes a little bit of ebbing and flowing and time and space to get in there. And now it's in her body.
In the beginning, I was too scared to even watch her live because she's so incredible that I was like, how on earth can I impersonate this person? And I realized once I like got out of my head and I started watching her that she is like pure celebration and joy
and hilarious
and
hilarious
and earnest. And if I could approach Celine Dion from a very earnest, joyous celebration of her and still like just keep it like Marla doing her, then I could feel more comfortable. And so now I really love it because it's just a celebration of Celine Dion. Do you know what I mean? And I think those are the kind of impersonations.
And she's, you know, so uncensored and like just these one-liners coming out of left field and you're like, what world are you in? I want to get in it. And so Marla really riffs off of that and just she leads this ship and takes you to places that you're like, oh my God, what a little crazy person.
I am so excited to see this. I mean, when I tell you the hoes around town have been talking. The hoes around town.
We want names. No.
I watched Drag Race usually with pre-pandemic with Ty, and Connie a couple of times has been there too. And so I've gotten to know them pretty well. But before knowing them, I heard people being like, have you heard about they're turning Titanic into a parody musical? And I'd be like, okay, slay. And then they would say with Celine Dion songs, and Celine Dion is a character. And I said, oh, I'm furious at myself for not thinking of that. That is, and yeah, the buzz. I mean, it already has such an exciting buzz. And yeah, these Broadway producers, Eva Price, is that right? Who produced 50 Shades of the Musical.
Yeah, she's done so much, and she's been such a champion. Once she's
everything.
Yeah, she was like, "What can we do? How can we do this?"
She produced the show that I did off Broadway for like a year and a half, and like I just am like, oh, always 50 Shades, the parody musical.
Yeah.
And she was just like such a pro. Like, we're gonna make this happen. When we were like a tiny little in like a 200-seat theater, and I remember like walking through Times Square and seeing the billboard of the show on like the side of the bus terminal, like 42nd Street bus terminal, and being like, oh, Eva is not fucking around. Like,
No.
she does not fuck around. And, the listeners, for those of you who don't know, look her up. She's an incredible producer. Oklahoma, Jagged Little Pill, like so much stuff. So y'all are in.
Like, I met Eva at a wedding in Cancun. We sat next to each other randomly, like before even, I don't know if this had even, I think this was kind of in the works, but it's just so funny how these like little breadcrumbs start to come into your life to align. And then when this all came to fruition, we're like, oh my God, we had one of the best nights together. And it's just like so funny who organically comes into the picture.
That's what I love about the theater world. Like, the comedy world is so fun, but it can be very like singular, and you're kind of like every man and woman for themselves. And the theater world is very what you guys are talking about, which is like, let's get together and put on a show and support each other and make it happen. What were both of your first experiences with Celine Dion? Like, do you remember the first time you heard?
God. Well, I mean, I grew up, I was like, I don't know, I was 10 years old listening to All by Myself, trying to belt the high F, being like, I'm never going to be able to do this. I mean, like, I listened to every song of hers.
Yeah.
I had every CD. Like, I was such a super fan. Like, I mean, we grew up on her music. To me, it's like Whitney and Celine, like and Mariah, greatest singers of all time.
Yes.
And they happened in that pocket of like late 80s, 90s, when those songs were so theatrical.
Yeah.
David Foster, Diane Warren. And I mean, like, so I've been a huge fan since the womb.
Yeah.
Really?
I specifically remember Oprah was on every day at 4:00. And I just remember when Oprah had her on, and I would come home and watch it every day, and she was on there. And then cut to 8th grade when Titanic came out. I mean, I sobbed myself to sleep that night. And then like anything any sort of promo, advertisement, anything on the TV about Titanic, I had a VHS ready to record. Like, I was obsessed with this. And like, that song is just innately in the background. And then a few years ago, Frankie Grande, who's in the show with us, had a viewing of like her world tour DVD, and like got to see her mileage. And it's just, I mean, she is an international sensation. Like, everyone knows her. She's incredible.
Everyone knows and everyone loves. Like, even like you're saying, like, our generation is obsessed. The baby boomers are obsessed. Like, my parents, my dad is not a pop music person, but last time they were in Vegas, my mom was like, I dragged him to a Celine Dion concert, and he was like, it was the greatest experience.
It was. Did you go see it?
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah, we both went and saw it a few years ago, and it was one of the best nights of my life. Like, she's epic, and she still sounds flawless.
Yeah, she
like,
sounds
it
incredible.
is. She doesn't even push. She's just like in her own lane. It's incredible.
That is so wild. My first experience with her was at my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary. My cousin got up and sang Because You Loved Me. And I just remember being like, what is this song? And then diving in, and what'd you say?
Were you budding gay by then? Or did this like
I'm still not there. I'm still not there yet. I'm still not gay yet. I'm working on it. I'm baby steps. Yeah. One step at a time, one foot at another. I was so gay and was so like, didn't want to tell anyone I was gay, and was like, and just, first of all, my Long Island granny was in like a all sparkly, she looked like a Christmas ornament, like giant sparkly teal dress. And my cousin just like belting out this song. And I was like, and then what you said earlier about the theatricality, watching the music videos.
Oh. Epic stories.
All coming back to me now.
Storytelling galore.
Storytelling. Yeah.
Have you ever seen that interview with her on the red carpet for Beauty and the Beast, the live action remake, and they say something, the person with the microphone says something rude to her at like something like, are you following this drama with like a castmate or something? And she looks at the person with the mic and she goes, do you know where you are? You are at Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. She's just like 150%. Like, whatever she's feeling, you have to feel.
Yes. That is such a good way to put it. It's so, and she's like, self-serious about the work, about like having that amazing voice, keeping it in shape like that. But there's something so fun about her, which is like ripe
Like
for a parody musical.
like a walking invitation. Like she is the invitation. And so when she walks into a room, when you walk on stage, it's just like you're magnetized. Is that a word? Can I get a
Yeah,
word?
why not? We're doing it.
It, and you're like, oh my God, this is like this bright little light that you can't stop staring at.
From her
That
own beautiful Canadian planet.
Yeah.
yes,
That's
yes.
how I feel. Like I feel like I descend upon the audience as like this beautiful Canadian alien here to transport you into a different world, and you just have to get on board because Celine is such a good storyteller. Why wouldn't you believe her?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I think putting all those elements together, the thing I say the most on this podcast is where is the fun? Like, why are we not having more fun? Where are the Austin Powers? Like, where's the silliness? Watching, and I feel like that's what you are going to serve us with this show. And I think that that is so exciting to be bringing that back.
Yeah, this is full blown dum dum. You know, this is SNL meets crazy singing. And it's like, oh my God, especially after the year we've had, like, can something not be so deep? Like, can we just
Please
pause on being earthlings for a minute and just like go transcend and laugh and giggle and like, I don't know, heal a little bit?
Yes. And Alex, you're playing Rose, which is, so we talked a lot about the iconicness of Celine, but the iconicness of Titanic.
Yeah.
Like, can you talk a little bit about that? Like you said, you watched it when you were in 8th grade.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was just full raging hormones, you know, and I was like, I want this kind of love too, you know, and like Leo was like such a babe, and her skin is Kate Winslet's skin is flawless,
Oh my
like
God, so
she's
beautiful.
just so epic. And it's been really fun to kind of put my own stamp on it because I'm like a Fraggle Rock Muppet, and so you have to kind of
She
like
is.
find this groundedness within her, but then also, you know, they've given me the space to really play and kind of show, you know, my like Carol Burnett school of tricks. So it's just been a nice kind of hybrid of being able to be a leading lady, but it's like a dum dum ingenue and not so serious.
I love that. And the moment of the movie I always think about is this moment when she's like,
Yes, the reveal.
it's the most this is an audio podcast, but for those listening, I just did the hair, the hat reveal is so like there's so much in that movie that's just so ripe for comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. And we definitely go there. We definitely take her on a journey.
We really consider it. I mean, going back to what you were saying, like we really consider it kind of like an anti-musical musical. It's really musicals for like hip, young millennials, and I guess what we didn't realize when we were writing it, like the brands of the film Titanic and the brand of Celine Dion. I mean, like
everyone knows that, right?
Yeah, so it's kind of a surefire bet, but. You know, us coming from New York, where we were doing the same show 8 times a week, you know, you sometimes you can feel as wonderful as it is, you know, kind of a cog in a machine that just comes in to replace someone, and you do the same exact thing. And so when we all were in Los Angeles, we found the beauty of kind of creating something together and improving and riffing. And so I think it is one of the most joyous things that I have not only been a part of, but I have had the opportunity to see.
Yeah.
And we make each other laugh, and we allow each other to laugh on stage. You know, there are no rules really, which I think makes it so fun to watch.
Yes. Okay, I have to let y'all go soon, but before I do, if we were at a slumber party together, what YouTube video would you want to put on? Would you want to watch with me?
Like anything across the board?
It can be anything. It can be serious. It could be funny. It could be like this belting is unreal. What? I'll go first while you think about it.
Is it
What'd you
Celine
say?
related? Just anything
It
related?
could be anything. It could be anything.
Oh,
I'll go
man.
first while you think. I would want to watch the River Deep clip from that concert where she does River Deep Mountain High, and the dancers just like go down like dominoes one after another. She just throws her arm up into the air, and that song is stupidly hard, and she just
Yeah, she makes it look
effortless. So good.
Celine Dion, like I think she does like a New Day concert in Vegas. It's her very first number where like there are all these Cirque du Soleil dancers behind her, and she's like, "Where are you going? Okay, how are you, my friend? Over look over there. It's just like these weird, like, look over there, and there are clowns who are just like doing weird, like Mia Michaels choreography. And like, how's everybody over here, over there? It's just this weird call and response with Cirque du Soleil that I love.
My
That is incredible.
of Celine YouTube would be just her backstage, like warming up, like
Oh,
barking
yeah.
like a chicken, asking who let the dogs out.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
montages of her like put like her buttons of numbers, and she's like la, 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 la,
Yeah.
do, 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 do. She's like backbending, she's like a contortionist, and it's just like it's a round robin of her being like in different countries, just like da, 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 da. Like I mean just losing her mind, and she's just this little nugget, you know.
And I think, isn't that the same video where she says, this song is for all the parents in the world and all the children.
Just
And then
in
there's
general.
a clip that says, so everyone in the world.
So
And I
everyone,
was like, okay, this guy right here is doing great. Guess what? We are doing better. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I'm glad you're doing great, but I'm doing
I'm
better.
doing better.
In Vegas, she was like, how's everybody on the fourth balcony, the third balcony, the second balcony, and how is everybody on the floor balcony?
Yes, the floor balcony.
Floor
That's the thing.
balcony.
That is so good. That, and also would love to just watch all of Divas live with you
Oh,
guys. Just that
yeah.
whole, like you were saying, it's Celine, it's Shania, it's Mariah, it's Aretha.
all
So
of
good.
that. Yeah,
Where?
we were
Sorry, go
blessed
ahead.
with our generation. We had some like
Yeah.
those women set the bar. You look now and you're like, can we go back to the 90s real quick?
Yeah, there's a lot of talent now, but a lot of like acupuncture music is what I call it, where it's really just like I'm like, Belle, somebody give me like
Yeah.
sing.
It's just a really light mix from the dentist office chair.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this would be like soothing to me. I don't want to be soothed, but melt my face off with that belt. Where can people buy tickets to this event on May 2nd?
I think they can buy it off of titanicmusical.com. And then also, if you download the Stellar app, you can download it on your phone. I think you can download it from computers, TVs, except for Samsung. We're not there yet, but there's various ways to download it. I believe the tickets are $29.
Yeah, I think they start around there, and then there's different packages, but you'll get your ticket, and then I think for a few days after, you can stream on demand.
Mm-hmm.
This is incredible. Everyone who listens to this is going to want to watch this, because all we want to do, I just want to watch belting and I want to laugh. And
Well,
this is like,
the rest of the cast is incredible. I
Yeah.
mean, some of the funniest people they were able to find during casting, and some also people that have been with us since the beginning. And it's just this amazing hodgepodge of old Broadway veterans that are also like have taken a break from New York and are now coming back with like being completely different people. So it's cool.
this is so exciting. I cannot wait to watch it. Where can the people follow both of you on the socials? if you
I
want to know?
can only like handle one platform because the rest is just
And that's MySpace.
yeah, it's my this is Alex talking. I am on Instagram at Ellis3.
I'm at Marla Mindelle.
Yeah.
And we would love to hear from you.
Yes, sweetie. Please hit us up,
Hit
sweetheart.
us up, okay?
Hit them up, sweethearts. You guys, thank you so much. This was so fun. Honestly, would love to have you back anytime.
Whenever. And like we still have a standing date to go to Chili's. So whenever you're ready.
Do you know how badly I need to get handcrafted milkshake with you at Chili's?
I need bottomless pit tortillas. So.
So badly. All right. Thanks, y'all. Marla, please come. And the queso, okay, could talk about it forever.
That's how we bonded first over Chili's.
Over delicious Chili's. Also, I cannot believe I neglected to mention that you're wearing the Heart of the Ocean. What did you say, Marla? I cut out for a second.
I said you guys are trash.
100%. Yeah. I just do
correct.
product placement. You know, I'm like so fucking meta.
But I thought the old lady dropped it in the ocean in the years.
Well, you'll find
have to
out.
find
You'll
out.
find
Tune
out,
in.
sugar.
And we'll leave it at that. Thank you, guys.